Hello YouTube. Today we're going to show you how to change a wheel on a transit van when you've got rubbish tools and a bad back.
And I've got the amazing videoer here.
With the amazing help of the videoer.
Yeah,
Right,
I said that.
First you need to get your shitty little transit jack and you need to look underneath your van and find the spot where your suspension, you're on the bottom chassis bit, basically where it's nice and solid and it's not going to bend under the weight of the van as you jack it up.
If you're videoing,
Make sure you shut
have
the
to show your
gate.
face.
Then you hook the hook. First you wind the jack up until it's touching, like that.
Yes.
You hook your hook through the little hole in the jack as best you can, if you can.
Will you get in there?
Just slam it,
Yeah, you've gone red.
Thanks, mate.
I think it's the sun.
I think it's stress. Ugh. Get your funny, windy thing.
Say the real name.
Handle, whatever you want to call it. Start winding it up.
Yep.
Just put the bucket against it so it doesn't let the dog out, okay?
I will stop interrupting.
And you start winding it up. That'll do. But
It's hard video.
before you wind it all the way up, you can see the van starting to go up in the air.
Yes.
You want to make sure you loosen your bolts off. 21mm socket and a bar. Probably not long enough. Put all your weight on.
I'm videoing. Yes.
Someone like me, I'm quite a fat bastard. I've got a lot of weight to put behind it.
See your fan shaking.
And so I'm managing quite nicely at the moment. If you're a bit lighter, you need a bit of extra leverage. Put a sawn off scaffold bar over the top of it.
I'm not really good at videoing, my hands all shaky.
And then that will help crack the nuts off. He says. Try the other one. So.
That bear's doing all the work.
Right.
Oh no, it's gone blurry. No, it's not.
What you will find is sometimes these can be extremely tight. And then you put your weight behind it and it goes ping, like
Ping.
that.
Uh-huh.
Once you've cracked them off, they should come off nice and easy.
So how much wheels are you doing?
6 wheel nuts. I'm only doing 1 wheel. And the reason I'm doing this wheel is because the tyres bald on one edge and I need to take it off and replace it with a new tyre, which I've got on my spare wheel here.
Right there. Right. Here.
So once they're all cracked off with the bar, then they should just come nicely. Ivy, come back here, please.
Are you going to do all the tyres?
No, only this one. You come and stand back on this side, please, out the way.
That's Ivy right there. Ivy, say hi.
Say hi to the video, Ivy.
Say hi to YouTube. Right. You'll get famous.
Now that all the nuts are cracked off, you want to jack it up the rest of the way. Just enough to get that wheel off the ground.
Yes.
and have a little bit of clearance.
Look how hard he's working right there.
It takes a lot of winding.
I'm the camera person. I shouldn't really be talking much.
It takes a lot of winding
A lot.
to get the wheel off the ground, because you've got to wait for the suspension spring to lift up.
What is this?
That's a crane controller.
Ooh. Can I push it?
I wouldn't push it if I were you. You might hurt yourself.
Will I play that right there?
And see, we're nearly starting to get clearance off the ground now with the wheel. Can you see the bottom of the wheel coming off the ground?
Yes. Which one is it?
This one.
Okay, yeah, I can't see the little thing. Oh, that's good.
Oh, there.
I wouldn't do that if I would do, Daddy. It's definitely coming up. That right there, it's hard work. I wouldn't do that
Is it off the ground yet?
I would say just enough to get it off.
Just enough to get it off. That will just do. Right. For safety, before you take your wheel off, make sure you put one of these, which is an axle stand,
What's an axle?
underneath where you've jacked it up. So, if you take the wheel off, and for any reason you knock your jack over, it'll sit on your axle stand and it won't drop on you.
Now here comes the fun bit where he takes.
Next, get your nuts off. Six nuts, and off they come.
Yes, that's him.
Then,
Yeah.
stand back. Give your wheel a good bash. It should come off.
This wheel is a tough one. Daddy,
So,
that one is a tough one.
That is a tough one. Right. As I say, your wheel should just pop off at this point.
Yeah, but Dad must have put it on earlier.
Typically, this one doesn't want to pop off.
Oh.
Let's see if we can give it a bit of encouragement. Stand back. Stand back. Move over here. Over here, please. Best.
You really want that tire off.
And there you go. As with most old vans, just needed a bit of gentle encouragement.
Gentle. Say that one more time. I'm gonna
Whilst you've got your wheel off,
put
you
the
have
new
a look
one
in
on.
here. Pass me the phone. And you can check the, that's your discs. You can check how much brake pad you've got left. And I'd say I've got well over 50% brake pad left. So we're okay. We don't need to change that. I'll take that back. So we're just going to crack on, get the new wheel straight on. And hey presto, voila.
You're done.
There's your new wheel. With a new tire.
We need to put on the other one there.
Shout out to Aaron at Godalming Garage for providing me with a lovely cheap tyre.
Yep.
It's good to have mates that look
If you're
after
watching
you.
this, shout out to you. It's hard to point at the
new wheel
camera.
on. Put your nuts on.
And hey, so that's your new tyre. Pretty long process, but it's good.
It's not finished yet.
Pew, 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 pew. Look how crusty and musty that
2,
is.
3, 4, 5,
Maybe don't go away, don't run away.
6.
Come back, come back.
Right. When you tighten your wheel nuts up, you need to make sure that you go opposites.
Yeah.
1 there, then opposite. 2 there.
Daddy, 2 of those were Have it out the way, out the way, out the way. Daddy, 2
As you tighten them up, the other ones will become looser.
Yes.
This is why you need to
Hey,
do.
so.
Daddy, 2 were found for the new
Never
ones
mind.
right.
That's cool.
Cool.
Make sure you do opposites. 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 Opposites.
Why do you keep on repeating the same word?
Just making sure everyone knows.
I think they heard you the first time.
Once you get to that point where all of your wheel nuts are tight and you can't stop the wheel spinning, like so, and there's no wobble in the wheel,
And
it's
now
not
you
making
just,
a knocking noise,
and that is
then you
it
drop it
floating?
down.
Is it floating?
You remove the axle stand, put that to one side,
Yep, that's floating.
and then you
Get rid of
wind
that.
down your jack
Yes, say so.
slowly.
Daddy,
Yeah.
this is not heavy.
That's cool.
One circle at a time.
All the way down until the wheel is touching the floor. Is it touching the floor yet?
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then
Yes. Proof
you get your
on video.
thingy, and you make sure that every single nut you've done is super tight. If you're a heavy guy, put all your weight into it. You can get a torque wrench. You can find out the torque it needs to be done up to.
But
I'm telling you now, that is enough. That much weight for a 16 stone bloke
16 stone, I didn't know that.
doing every single nut, that's enough. I'm not even going to use the bar to tighten mine up, because last time I used a bar to tighten my wheel nuts up, I sheared 3 of them off and I had to replace them. If you're a light person, maybe
That's hard work.
Use a bar.
That's hard work. For some reason, the camera's making you look redder.
That's because I'm getting redder.
No, you don't look red. And I don't look at the camera, but that right there is hard work. If you could see my finger.
Check them a few times. Just to be sure.
Just to be sure. I think you've done all of them good enough.
Daddy, you're getting weather and weather.
And then once that's done, and you've checked them all a few times,
Daddy, you're getting weather and weather.
then you can drop your jack the rest of the way down. And it's job done.
Oh no, my ice cream.
And that's that.
Thank you, YouTube. Goodbye.
If you enjoyed the video, either subscribe or put a thumbs up. Bye. Peace.